All right, it's Parallel Frequencies, Just Blane and Coco. What's up, Coco?
Hi. Good morning.
What do you got? What you got going on this weekend? You got any big plans?
Ooh, well, we do have a Winter Solstice event. We're going to be doing a Yule storytelling, drum circle, guided meditation, breathwork, crystals, sound bath with 3 other of my co-facilitators. The event is sold out. And by the time you're hearing this, it'll be done. But you know what? We may do something like this again because it is going to be epic.
Sounds like it's going to be epic. You don't have room for me to get in there?
I think we could, honestly. We had to switch venues because we had to make room for all of the people wanting to bust the doors down and get in. Isn't that amazing?
That's never a bad thing when you got to upgrade the venue. So you sold this bad boy out twice then. You sold it out for a smaller venue, and now you've sold it out for a bigger one.
That's right. That's right. I don't know if I can take any credit for that, but I'm excited because I have been preparing and rehearsing a storytelling for the winter solstice and talking about healing cycles of Yule, and I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. So I'm excited.
I do enjoy your storytellings. You told a couple over the years that I've heard, and I love them. You guys might have to go get the Delta Center. That might have to be the next place you rent out, right? Like the
I don't know how we do breath work with that many people, but I could definitely handle the crowds.
It'd get wild in there with that many people doing breath work. The roof could blow off and then come back in, right? Like, is that how it would work?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, listen, last week we debuted a new segment right here, Just Blane's Trailer Park. It was a hit, so we got to do it again. We had the I Can't Cook or Still Can't Cook. Kelly Fahey, she hit us up. She found us on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've been checking out that show. She's the one that was single, 50 years old, living in New York, the one that made me jealous, you know.
Yeah.
I am jealous of that lifestyle. I really am.
Living it up in NYC.
I can't say that, though, because I lived it up in L.A. for a while as a bachelor. So I did the single at 30 maybe. Wasn't 50. Probably 30. Yeah. So I've done that big city thing. So I can't say I'm too jealous.
Did that scene. I didn't do anything like that. I went from my parents' house to my married, going to college apartment. And I feel like there was a transition period there that I missed out on. So yeah, it sounds pretty appealing to me. I wouldn't go back to it, but to be single in New York City at 50 and just like restaurants, theater, I could dig it.
All I can say is it's never too late.
Don't tell my husband.
It's never too late to live your dreams, Coco.
I'll just grab him and take him with me. We'll just leave the kids.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Right. Let's get to our first trailer today, though, because I've been excited about this, about trying to pull up some trailers, and I found one here that really intrigues me. Let's take a listen to this. It's called Total 90s Recall.
Do you remember the first time you saw the T-Rex in Jurassic Park?
Did you fall in love with Hugh Grant at a wedding, in a drawing room, or in a bookshop?
Were you a virgin who couldn't drive?
As if.
Hi, I'm Molly, actor, 90s kid, and film fan.
And I'm Chloe, editor, 90s kid, and film fan. Together, we are Total 90s Recall.
Twice a month, we rewatch movies from the decades some say was the best for film. Some were blockbusters, others cult classics, and some totally bombed. We're watching these films and asking ourselves if they really were as good or bad as we remember.
Plus, we're inviting some of our expert industry friends to give us some insight on how the films were made and how well they hold up. Join us as we rewind to the 90s.
Hey, Chloe, would Leo have fit on that door?
Of course.
You can listen to Total 90s Recall every second and fourth Thursday of the month on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us on Instagram at Total 90s Recall. That's Total 90S Recall.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's similar to our vibe, right? We're trying to rewatch things specifically to the 90s. It reminds me that my husband and I love to do a movie from our childhood Sundays with our kids. I mean, usually it's like Land Before Time or something like that. So it's kid friendly. But as they get older, I'm excited to rewatch and introduce a lot of those 90s flicks.
I love the name alone. Total 90s Recall. Total Recall is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I love that movie where they go to Mars, get your ass to Mars, all that. I love it. 2 weeks. I could quote a bunch of stuff from that movie.
Yeah.
That's a cool podcast. I like that. I'm going to have to check that out. It's right in our realm. If you listen to our show, it sounds like you probably would enjoy Total 90s Recall for sure.
For sure. And as soon as she said the line, I was already picturing the face, Brittany Murphy. You're a virgin that can't drive. I heard it. I saw it. I love it.
You picked that one out, and I picked off the very first line that she said. It was like, do you remember the T-Rex in Jurassic Park? I remember seeing that bad boy for the first time. I was terrified.
Yeah. Oh, I was terrified. That.
I slept in the bed with my own parents that night after seeing that movie. I remember that. I was probably 13, 14, too old to be sleeping in there. I
was gonna say, I'm like, we're similar ages. I remember loving it. My friend Josh and I, who've been friends since kindergarten, we were so into movies like that. We loved Tremors. Remember Kevin Bacon? And Jurassic Park. And we were the little kids. I mean, we were probably 7, 8 years old, running around the park, pretending like the T-Rex was after us. Only in our game, the T-Rex was after us and the Tremors, the graboids from Tremors were after us. We had to hide from everything. It was a blast. We loved all those movies.
Look at Total 90s Recall, what it's doing to us right now. Exactly what it wanted to do. Bringing up nostalgia, baby. This is working. It got me. Let's get to our next one right here. Let's play this one right here and see what they got going on.
For some reason,
the 615 switch.
Messing with me. You just tell him a damn storm's coming. Thunder, boom, lightning, ka-chow. I'm gonna get me that record deal and I'm gonna get paid.
Introducing the 615 switch. Meet Storm Taylor and Rowdy Camden. This is the story of two country artists, one a rising star, the other a massive country sensation, dragged into a wild and sometimes ruthless experiment cooked up by legendary industry schemers Tony Honk and Scotty Scotch White. A Machiavellian wager sets off a chain reaction that launches one career, buries another, and turns Nashville inside out.
The 615 switch has been done in 20 years. It's bad industry as usual.
You'll prove to me that you can take down Rowdy Camden and make Storm, what's his name, up there a star. I'll give you more money.
From the people who brought you Uncle Drank, Halloween in Hell, and the groundbreaking award-winning Baron of Banjo, comes a brand new musical podcast that pushes storytelling into the future.
Be yourself.
Okay.
You can't be no one else.
Fueled by unforgettable characters, loaded with funny, fun, catchy hit songs at every turn, and hot take, powered by artificial intelligence. This story is one part Trading Places, one part Spinal Tap, with a dash of crazy heart for good measure, rolled into a raucous and rowdy comedy podcast. All heart, all music, and lots of inside scoops on how Nashville really takes care of business. 6 episodes, new music around every corner, comedy that hits hard, drama that hits harder, an innovative approach with AI tools unlocking a musical world that's never been heard before in a podcast. This is the story of how hits are made in Music City, USA, how stars are broken, and how far people will go when fame is just one switch away. From trailblazing to trailer parks and back again, this is what it means to be a puppet in an elaborate social experiment gone wrong. The 615 Switch, brought to you by Audio Up and the Skunkworks teams at rebelaudio.ai. 615 Switch is the world's first ever AI-assisted scripted musical podcast. Coming soon wherever you listen to podcasts.
Wow. Now, I was wondering as we listened, I was like, is this AI? What is this? But that's very cool that they pulled it off and made it sound so realistic. It's a fiction podcast, if you can't tell, by the way. This is like scripted out. It's a story.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. I like the idea.
It sounds right up your alley. I'm thinking with the cowboy hat and the accent, I would not have really any expertise or experience whatsoever. I know very little about country music.
Well,
but the fact that it's kind of like a mockumentary comedy, and maybe if like AI was not accurate and, you know, I think it's funnier when AI messes it up.
yes.
It's even funnier. So I would be down for all that.
I would like to see their production flow. I heard the names that they listed off. That's awesome that they're putting that together. There's a lot of layers that go to that. And it's not easy to get AI to crank out some music that's, you know, country music. 615, I will shout out. That's the area code of Nashville, Tennessee, 615. You get the 901 down there in Memphis. That was my stomping grounds, but we know about the 615. So, yeah, I think that's a solid podcast there. I have to check that out. Hopefully our listeners will give it a chance. Like I said, it's a fiction podcast. It's not real. It's not based on, you know, it's not a interview type, me asking you, you asking me, whatever. So that's pretty cool. I like when they storyboard stuff like that. Let's get to our next one.
Being an actor can be a lot. 1 minute, you're in the makeup chair getting ready to go on set for a new TV show. The next, you're crying into your pillow, broke and jobless, questioning your life's choices. Hi, I'm Siobhan Marks, actor, writer, mum, and someone who has lost their shit many times in this industry. But I have learned loads along the way. And now, on the rare occasions that I do lose it, I clean it up quickly and keep it moving. This is How to Be an Actor and Not Lose Your Shit, the podcast where we talk honestly about the madness of our chosen career, the wins that keep us going, and the resilience it takes to not suddenly decide you're going to quit acting and start a catwalking business in the countryside. I'll be chatting to some brilliant artists and actors about the stuff we really deal with, like comparison, rejection, self-worth, creativity, money, imposter syndrome, auditions, the politics of the industry, all of it. And yes, we're keeping it honest, fun, and hopefully empowering too. Because you can thrive in this industry without losing yourself. And if you do lose your shit, don't worry. We'll clean it up together. New episodes will be coming weekly, and I really hope you can join me. Let's protect our peace and our joy because we have one of the best jobs in the world. We get to play for a living.
Okay. How to be an actor and not lose your shit. That's the name of the podcast. I love that.
You know, I've always wanted to be an actress. I set out of high school thinking that is what I want to be. And I don't know if I could have handled that, but I'm realizing now at my age, you're dealing with rejection in any industry that you're in. You're kind of, you know, you've got to do the work of healing your interpersonal triggers and what makes you lose your shit. So when she says clean it up and move on, I'm like, come to me, sweetheart, come to me. We'll work through that together so you don't, you know why you lose your shit and you know why that triggers you. And then you can move forward better, right?
I love it. Being an actor is not an easy gig. I didn't ever really, I mean, I did a little bit, but I never went that route where I was going to an audition every day and getting told, get the hell out of here, bud.
Lots of rejection.
You're too ugly. you're too ugly for this. You know, like I didn't want to hear all that every day, but she's right. I think that podcast is a must listen for anybody that's want to be an actor out there. I love her voice too. I think her voice is amazing. Like that's soothing yet to the point. No bullshit. She's gonna tell you like it is. Yeah, we'll have to check that one out. How to be an actor and not lose your shit. Let's get to the next one. You're gonna like this one. This is right up your alley. This one's called the thing about witch hunts.
Hi, I'm Josh Hutchinson.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jack.
And we're the hosts of two podcasts, The Thing About Salem and The Thing About Witch Hunts.
We're here to invite you to two special events. Partnership of Historic Bostons has put us in their fall lineup with Professor Emerson Baker.
You'll love these wide-ranging discussions of New England witch hunts. The first happens September 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's online. And it's about the other, understanding witch hunts.
Then you can come back on the 22nd of September, where we'll be discussing resistance, stopping witch hunts. Don't miss these really engaging discussions that we're going to have with renowned historian Emerson Baker.
Yeah, and if you want to hear us talk to Emerson Baker in the meantime, check out our podcast, The Thing About Witch Hunts. We've done 2 episodes with them, and they're quite informative.
Come learn about these events at historicbostons.org/upcoming events.
Okay. A little dated there, but I could see where this is more of a historic type of podcast. They've got some real experts on here, it sounds like. What do you think about this one?
I am very intrigued about how do we stop witch hunts? That I'm interested in, because believe it or not, and we feel like we're living in a modern day age where we shouldn't have to worry about this. I certainly came out loud and proud about witchcraft or being a witch without any fear originally. But there are certain people out there releasing books about how paganism is ruining the world, and it does create that good old-fashioned witch wound sense of fear where you're like, are we actually going to be hunted again? Is that all going to start up all over again in this modern day? So I'm very intrigued to hear about, historically, what do we need to know about what happened in the past, so maybe we could prevent it in our modern culture.
That's right. I love that. It's still going on. There's different types of witch hunts going on. We may get back to actually hunting witches, like you said, because paganism's taking over the world. It's always been here. What's wrong with people out there? There's enough room for everybody in their beliefs. Don't try to run somebody's out of here because you don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Look at me on my soapbox today. Let's get to the next one right here. Charles Dickens' ghost stories. I'm intrigued by this one. Let's hear it.
I'm David Suchet, and from the Noiser Podcast Network comes Charles Dickens' Ghost Stories.
Okay,
This Christmas, I'll be reading a selection of the author's most chilling short works, brought to life with sound design and original music. We'll encounter dark premonitions of disaster experienced by a lonely railway signalman. A Victorian murder trial cast into chaos when the dead man's ghost interrupts proceedings. And a sinister haunted hotel where 12 identical spirits stalk the corridors. But first, we have a little present for you. Dickens' most beloved ghost story of all, A Christmas Carol. Charles Dickens' Ghost Stories. Hit follow for new episodes. Join Noiser Plus for early access and ad-free listening.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. Charles Dickens' Ghost Stories. They've got like this whole audio architecture underneath where they build in soundscapes and stuff. I'm a huge fan of that. I did that at Apple Music. They gave us a task. They said, hey, we need an I Miss Punk documentary. We want a documentary about punk music, right? I got to put the whole soundscape together. I remember that being one of the most fun projects to me because I got to rebuild the sound of CBGB's bathroom. My claim to fame right there. But I love this Charles Dickens ghost stories things because they are using soundscape. You got the sound effects. You got the, I can hear it, the chains and all this stuff. I love that kind of stuff.
Fun.
Theater of the mind is what this is. Theater of the mind.
Yeah, we should start producing some stuff on the background of storytelling. We could put together some storytelling Celtic folklore that I do and put some sound in the background of that. I didn't know that Dickens had more than just the Christmas Carol ghost story. I am educated.
I didn't either. I guess he had a bunch of short stories because that's what he said.
Yeah.
So maybe there's, the Christmas Carol is not a short story. That's a book, right?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah, a Christmas Carol. I think it is.
That's the only one I knew of. So I'm intrigued. Talking about Victorian murder trial where the ghost shows up. I'm like, sign me up. What's that?
Sign me up. Count me in. Count me in.
Yes.
I love that. I think this one right here, I'm going to have to listen. We're going to have to hit follow on this because this one's timely. Like, we're right here at Christmas, and I love A Christmas Carol. I love the story of Christmas past and future and, present. Like, I love that story. One of my favorite TV episodes, one of my favorite Christmas TV episodes is when Michael J. Fox has A Christmas Carol in... What's that show called he was in back in the day?
Family?
Yeah, you're right. Something along the lines of Family.
I was going to say Family Ties, but then as soon as it was coming out of my mouth. Is it? Okay.
It's Family Ties. That's what it was.
I was like, wait, was that a different one? Yeah.
They do an episode, and I love the one he was in, and it was the Christmas episode, but that's one of my favorite ones, and he gets the ghost of Christmas past and present and future, and he wakes up, and he's not a little asshole anymore, he's not talking about Reagan and his politics.
Magic. But that goes to show you that in all of the healing inner child work that I do, and you're going to hear me mention this time and time again, so if you've heard me say it already, too bad, I'm saying it again. It really goes to show you that going back to your childhood, anyone's childhood, you find out where is the root of a lot of things that make us who we are, and that we can have compassion. Even Scrooge, we can have compassion for him, that greedy old miser, when we see that he goes back to Christmases past and he was never allowed to be, have that Christmas joy. So
he couldn't.
You're like, of course he ended up the way that he is now. He had no other choice. He was doing the best he could with what he knew how in his past. That's how he got to be where he's at. So a lot of healing can happen in going back to your inner child. And I'll say it over and over again.
Scream it from the rooftops, Coco, because
I will.
People need to hear that.
I have the
especially
mic,
right
so
now.
I get to say it.
That's right. Especially right now during the holidays.
Yeah.
Let your inner child loose, right?
Yeah. It is the time of the wondrous child. It's the time to reawaken our inner child and feed them and nurture them what they didn't have when you were going through that age. So Christmas time allows for that opportunity. That's why I love A Christmas Carol. It kind of brings that forward.
Incredible. That's going to wrap it up for Just Blane's Trailer Park right here. I love these shows that we randomly pulled up today. That was fun. Going to keep this going. If you have a trailer out there that you want us to listen to and react, send it to us. Send it to info@ridethewavemedia.com. info@ridethewavemedia.com. Or just hit us up in the comments here on the YouTube channels because we'll see it. We'll get to it. We'll play your trailer right here, give you live reactions, honest opinions, real feedback, real follows, because we do enjoy these shows. I'm not just throwing it out there. Like I said before, we aren't here to bash what somebody else is putting out there because you can't send me something that I haven't heard worse already. Can't happen. I've produced worse by myself. I've produced worse sounding trailers out there. So, yeah, send it in.
Don't call me out. All right? I feel like those first shows of Practically Magic may be a little bit sweaty and nervous, and I forgot that there was video. But other than that, it couldn't have been that bad, right?
No. You were a natural, and I produced those, so you're good. You're good.
Oh, you weren't talking about my show? Oh, okay.
No, not at all. But until next time, right here, Just Blane's Trailer Park, the takeover show of Parallel Frequencies. I'm Just Blane, and this is Coco. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.